1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. 11, 12, go fuck yourself. 13, 14. There's really not much that rhymes with that. Hey, how's it going? What's up? How are you all doing tonight? Hopefully well. I was bored. Thanks for showing up to keep me company, TJ. You're welcome. Try to do homework, and you got to stream now. Just listen to it in the background. Hey, TJ, you look like the Balrog. I don't recall the Balrog looking like that, but yeah, sure, why not? Why are you a panda? Because I wanted to showcase myself as an endangered species. Dorklean rhymes. Yeah, dorklean. Yeah. Famous word. Just kicking pussy and eating ass. Yeah, that's a cool song. Yes. Just made my evening, says Kayla for $9.99. Thank you, Kayla. Appreciate you. You are a shining example of human goodness. Atheists are an endangered species. We are all an endangered species. Humanity is an endangered species. We're pretty much on the cusp. It doesn't seem like it because our population is so massive, but we have devised quite a few end time scenarios for ourselves, haven't we? How are you feeling today, TJ? Today has been, in terms of feelings, not great. My feet have been bothering me. I have issues with my feet. I have some circulation issues there that can flare up from time to time. I try to mitigate the issues, but there are still problems from time to time. And I'm in a new place, so I do not have a new doctor as of yet, nor do I have a new prescription for my medication. So I've been rationing it out instead of taking it daily. And that has been annoying. So, am I still into lifting? Yeah, I'm actually going to be putting a gym in my garage pretty soon. I haven't been lifting a lot lately, but I've been moving, so I've been lifting some boxes and stuff. And we're clearing out the garage currently, so I've been lifting some boxes for that purpose. I don't know if it really counts, but the whole idea is that we're going to put a gym in that garage. So once that is complete, hopefully I can make some sort of exercise regimen part of my daily existence. I don't want to go through multiple days of. I don't want to have some extreme routine. I just want to have like 20 or 30 minutes a day, but have it be a daily routine. So, yeah, I can't really stand the gym because I don't really want to be working out next to other people. I was able to suck it up for a time and go there, but ultimately I found that it wore me down. And also, I could not stand how disgustingly bright it was in there. It really started to psychologically wear me down, just how bright it was in that fucking building. I don't like being in a environment with too much light because I find that it gives me a headache, and I find that it just makes me feel bad in general. The Old Gods of Sodom gave $5. It says, TJ, I am working out while watching this. I would love to see you do an episode on bodybuilding. That would be interesting. Could definitely do that. The bright lights in some gyms are absolutely horrendous. It gives me a headache. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't like it. As much as I like going to Waffle Houses, that's another environment where the bright light kind of gets to me. Because every Waffle House is lit very, very starkly bright. Which, if there's ever been a place that could benefit from a little bit of mood lighting, it would definitely be a Waffle House. So, yeah. So I'm not a big fan of light. I'm not a big fan of being around other people for extended periods of time. I'm not a big fan of driving to the gym. Hospitals, I mean, at least there is a reason for a hospital to be well lit. This is an environment that you want a certain degree of sterility to. A candlelit Waffle House, yeah. The lights in a Waffle House are designed to scare the roaches. That makes sense. Hi, CJ. Hi, Devin. I've never been to a Waffle House. What's the best thing to get the waffles? What? What is the best thing to get the waffles? Waffles are fine at Waffle House. They're not amazing. They're good. I don't know why Waffle Houses are named for the waffles. TJ, when you hit 200 pounds, I will give you a $100 donation. I really don't think I want to be 200 pounds. I think I would be an emaciated creature at 200 pounds. The best thing at Waffle House is the drama. In terms of food at Waffle House, I would say hash browns are my favorite thing there. I love a plate of hash browns, and now that they've started to create meals that are hash brown based, I pretty much get those as my standby. I used to get the All-Star Special, but now I get the cheesesteak hash brown bowl, and I find that's really good. TJ, French toast, pancakes, or waffles. Of those three things, I would have to say I'm most partial to French toast, but I'm not particularly partial to any of those things. I like them all, but they're all a bit too redundant to me. I like a little bit of variety. I'd have to really be in a mood for something sweet, and usually if I'm in the mood for something sweet, it's because I have already eaten something savory. So the idea of going to a place and then getting a meal that's all sweet and having none of that savory flavor, usually not where my headspace is going to be at. But yeah, I don't know. Do you still hate Denny's? I don't remember if I ever hated Denny's. I do like mozzarella sticks at Denny's. But French toast can be pretty good, and I've made French toast a few times. French toast is really easy to make at home, a quick sweet snack. Yeah, I mean, it can take a little while longer if you want it to actually be a little bit more developed. I mean, because you want to use day-old bread, usually something that's a little bit, I don't know, fancier. Even if you're going to use bread that's not a day old, you should probably put it in the oven a little while to dry it out a bit. I don't know. I guess that if you don't do that, it maybe loses a little bit too much cohesion in the process of soaking the egg into it. But honestly, you could still do that, and it turns out pretty fine. Yeah, brioche is good for French toast. Personally, though, I've always liked either French or Italian bread for French toast. A little bit better than I like the brioche. But, yeah, brioche is a pretty popular choice there. Did I find a new gym in my area? Like I said, I'm converting my garage into a gym. I'm getting a pretty high-end, I guess, rack case, rack, cage, whatever, squat thing, with like some pulleys and stuff attached to it so that you can do a lot of exercises with that. And I'm going to have, a dumbbell, some dumbbells and a barbell and some plates and some resistance bands and stuff. And, it should be pretty suited to most needs. The only thing that I think would be hard to do is something like a leg press, but you could just do squats or something. Hello, TJ. Have any thoughts on or opinions on Japan or Japanese culture? No, not really. I think that I used to be more fascinated with Japanese culture than I currently am. I used to be kind of fascinated by the stuff that I saw in anime and I guess in some Japanese cinema. And I was fascinated by a lot of Japanese cuisine. But I think at this point, it's not extraordinarily fascinating to me in terms of its cuisine or its artistic output. And I think that maybe I just got bored with it. But I don't think it's an unfascinating place. I just don't really find that it's particularly something that grabs my interest at this point in my life. Japanese food is awful. It's definitely not awful. I mean, I like sushi. I like most of the teriyaki dishes. I like Japanese-style curries, although I prefer Thai-style and Indian-style, for that matter. What is your body count? So do you mean in the sense that people use that term now, or in the classic 80s slasher sense? There's nothing better than mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, typically speaking, is a fairly bland dish that I think is more appealing to children or people who have the palates of children. So I'm not super fascinated by mac and cheese. To me, that's something that, you know, I eat if I feel like trailer trash, which I do sometimes. But, yeah. And that's not to say there can't be delicious, rich, multi-flavored mac and cheeses. But, you know, most of them are just not very impressive. It's kind of like, you know, it's just a filler dish in most instances. It's an excuse to eat some cheese. And there's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, obviously, you know, you have someone who's got some skills in the kitchen. They can create a mac and cheese that's really good. But, you know, if you go to most restaurants and get a side of mac and cheese, typically speaking, it's a fairly bland dish. TJ, if I put a sloppy bowl of Kraft in front of you, you'd eat that shit up. I mean, I would literally inhale it like it was nothing. Is the thing. I could eat an entire box of Kraft mac and cheese and then ask what's for dinner. So, obviously. Yeah, that would be like my appetizer. So, not a big deal. TJ, mac and cheese is for people with the food palates of children. That's what I said. You know, if I do make Kraft mac and cheese, though, I got to tell you, I boost it a notch or two. I do typically shred some additional cheeses and put those in there because it's pretty boring if you just use the packet of powdered garbage. It's just really bland. So usually I'll grate up some at least cheddar. Like preferably some Vermont white cheddar. I like extra sharp, like ridiculously sharp, brutally sharp, sharper than got some money. Silky Wilkie says take some money, cool guy. Thank you. Yeah, and you know seasonings are good in there too. Yeah, hot dogs actually are really good in a mac and cheese. I like that a lot. I like beanie weenies too. So I'm a sucker for a hot dog. You're never going to see me turn one down. TJ, mac and cheese is for food palates of children. Also, TJ, the mozzarella sticks at Denny's are pretty good. The mozzarella sticks at Denny's are pretty good. So I don't know. What do you want? Like, do you want me to... There's no contradiction there. I mean, they just are. Like, go fucking have some. Tell me they're not. I defy you to fucking eat a mozzarella stick from Denny's and tell me it's not fucking the bomb. All right? I love feta cheese. I love blue cheese. I love pretty much every cheese under the sun. There's very few cheeses. I guess if you get to like a cheese that's stinkier than a blue cheese, that's like more intense even than that, you're probably going to get to a point where I'm going to say, eh. But yeah, I'm going to say yes to almost every cheese you could possibly throw my way. If they reboot Phantasm, you should be the tall man. No, I don't think I should be. My build is all wrong for the tall man. The tall man needs to be lanky. He definitely shouldn't have a fatness to him. I think there should be almost like a gauntness to his being. Now, if I lose some weight, maybe. But I'd love to be the tall man. That would be fun. Can't stand Gouda. Oh my God, what is wrong with you? You're trash. TJ, have you seen the 80s cult film Forbidden Zone? It's a really weird experience of a movie and has boobs and butts in it. Well, a lot of 80s movies with names like that do have boobs and butts in them. I did see a movie with boobs and butts in it the other day that was not made in the 80s. That was called X. And that was about a group of filmmakers going to shoot a porno film on an old couple's property, and it turns out that the old couple is a little strange. Silky Wilkie gave another $20 and says, would you eat a frozen cheese popsicle? No, that sounds disgusting. Thank you for the money. How about Fuda cheese? I don't know what Fuda cheese would be. Is that like the dick cheese of a Fuda? I guess. I mean, you know, it'd have to be direct from the source. The longer it's been separated from its point of origin, I'd say, the more it becomes questionable. TJ, would you eat an egg popsicle? No. No, I would not. I have no interest in your egg popsicle. Get it away from me. Thank you. I guess I should maybe not be where you can't see me behind the text or whatever. I thought you were going to say the old couple were also in a porn and wanted to be background actors. I mean, you're not as far off from the premise as you might think you are. Good movie, though. Not bad. Take my money, says Logan Hickson, for $5. All right, I will. Thank you. Appreciate you. Cheese is the most shoplifted food. I feel like that can't possibly be true because I feel like people are more likely to shoplift from a convenience store than a grocery store. And they don't have much cheese at a convenience store, so. No, take my money instead. Oh, no. Boys, there's enough of me to go around. What's my favorite workout music? I have a little workout playlist here. I don't use it every time I work out, but it was pretty good to work out too. Hold on, let me tell you what's on it. So, yeah, there's a few things on here. It's not a huge playlist, but Irresponsible Hate Anthem, Marilyn Manson. King Kill 33, Marilyn Manson. You Should See Me in a Crown by Billie Eilish. Till I Collapse by Eminem and Nate Dogg. Pulse of the Maggots by Slipknot. Determined by Mudvayne. Tearing the Veil from Grace by Cradle of Filth. A Bat in the Rafters Part 2 from the Batman soundtrack. Hoist the Colors, which I believe is from one of the Pirates movies, but it's a pretty cool track. Red Right Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Breaking the Law by Judas Priest. You've Got Another Thing Coming, also by Judas Priest. Passive by A Perfect Circle. So What by Metallica. More Human Than Human by White Zombie. Fuck the World by Insane Clown Posse. Bodies by Drowning Pool. Feel So Numb by Rob Zombie. 10,000 Fists by Disturbed. Push It by Static X. Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth. Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Before I Forget by Slipknot. Cult of Personality by Living Colour. Revenja by System of a Down. He Is by Ghost. Evolution by Korn. Master Exploder by Tenacious D. The Heretic Anthem by Slipknot. Ride of the Valkyries by Richard Wagner. Godzilla Appears from the Godzilla films. I believe actually that one's from Shin Godzilla. The Imperial March from Star Wars. South of Heaven by Slayer. Rest in Peace, The Undertaker's WWE entrance music. Wolf Totem by The Who. Year Zero by Ghost. Web of Lies by Corporate Avenger, Duel of the Fates by John Williams, also from Star Wars, The Anvil of Crom from Conan the Barbarian, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly main theme by Ennio Morricone, TNT by AC/DC, I Don't Want to Stop by Ozzy Osbourne, At Doom's Gate from the Doom games, Immortal Corruptor by Gwar, and I guess Pulse of the Maggots again by Slipknot. Pretty sure that was already on there once. Don't know how I even got it on there twice, but yes. It looks like I had somebody send me $50 while I was doing that. It was Silky Wilkie again. Are you into arm wrestling? There was an arm wrestling summit coming in 2 weeks, and I'm the biggest of the baddest rippers. I've never really been into arm wrestling in terms of like watching it as a spectator, but sounds cool. Have you seen either of the Terrifier movies? Yeah, I've seen Terrifier and Terrifier 2. I have not seen All Hallows Eve, but I have watched the art scenes from it in YouTube compilation form. That was from Skullo Madness for $2. Kaylin Tyler gave $1.99 and says, tomorrow's my 21st birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. Mendacious C said, my friend worked on X, said Key Cuddy had skinny legs. Okay. Amen. Parm wrestling, yeah. TJ is turning into Kathy Bates. Don't really know how that's the case, but hey, rock on. You need to add Bodies by Drowning Pool. I think you, it was in there. That was 100% in there, dude. Lots of booty rock in that playlist, TJ. Well, it is a workout thing. I mean, like, it's a gym. It's for working out. So, yeah, there is a lot of butt rock in it. That makes sense. I mean, it's all self-aggrandizing shit. I mean, pretty much every song in there is egomaniacal, you know, I'm the greatest kind of stuff. So it's hype music. Thoughts on VTubers? I have no real direct experience with them, so I couldn't tell you. I don't really watch it. I've not even really seen it, to be honest with you. Just want to say you are a cool guy again. Thanks. See you, CJ. Bye, chat too. Have a good day. Thank you, Silky Wilkie, for your many donations, very kindly. And was happy to see you here, especially since you came with so much money. I mean, pretty easy to win me over with money. Your playlist reminds me how we need edgy, angst-filled guitar music back. I mean, it hasn't gone anywhere. It still exists. Maybe we have enough. Maybe we just decided, like, there's enough of this now. On to the next thing. Dropped a cyberpunk playlist in Discord. The first few reminded me of your Sexbot Uprising. Been an inspiration for my cyberpunk stuff. Cool. Hey, I like money. Me too. We have something in common. Hey, I like money. Do you like money? We all like money because money is good. TJ, where are we going in terms of content? I think that what you're going to see is probably a lot more streaming content Um, on this channel, you're going to see streams like this where I'm just being casual and talking to you guys in a sort of more low-key, chill manner. And then over on the other channel, I'm going to do stuff that's more topic-based and contemporary and topical. Who the most interesting serial killer to you? I don't know. I hate to be cliche because obviously he is enjoying a huge resurgence in popularity right now, but Jeffrey Dahmer always has been very fascinating to me. I actually have not yet watched the Netflix show. I'll get around to it one of these years. But yeah, I always was fascinated by old Jeffy boy. Chris McDougal says, "All aboard the pay train." Yeah, Gacy is not that fascinating to me because he kind of seemed like an idiot. I don't know. I'm not really into idiots, and John Wayne Gacy always seemed kind of dumb. Do you think metal will ever have a resurgence in popularity? I mean, I don't think has there ever been a time in, I guess, the 80s. But other than the 80s, has there ever been a time when metal was the predominant musical force in, you know, the world, I guess, or whatever? And even when metal was the center stage, the metal that was center stage was very pop metal. So I don't know that metal, in terms of what you and I are probably thinking of when we think of metal, has ever been the mainstream popular music. It's always been an alternative to that, which I think is a good thing. Metal was never that popular, even in the 80s. Well, I'm talking about hair metal in the 80s. I'm talking about stuff that, by today's standards, we might not even really think of as metal if it came out now, but it was classified as that at the time. Nu metal? Yeah, I guess nu metal was center stage for a minute. There's definitely a point in metal where I don't really care for it anymore. Where, I mean, it gets too stupid for me. Cannibal Corpse is probably past that line, When it gets to the point where it's a guy that's just screaming over guitar riffs and it sounds like Cookie Monster, I'm usually over it. It's like, okay, I like there to be some sort of actual composition going on, some sort of like melodic nature. And not just like a bunch of jarring shit with a guy screaming incoherently over it. I'm not into it. I don't know. Like these like death metal, black metal crap, and like all these other 527 genres of metal that all sound the same. I'm not into them. If I'm listening to metal, I'd rather listen to something that actually sounds like a fucking song. I would like to listen to something like, I don't know. I mean, like Judas Priest or something. I mean, you heard the shit I was listening to. But my favorite thing about Ghost is that Ghost sounds like a band from the 70s. Ghost just sounds like the 70s band that you've never heard of, which I think is probably their intent. Yeah, grindcore sucks. I'm not into it. I didn't listen to Korn. I did listen to less mainstream metal like the Melvins. Yeah, Korn is okay. I find that Korn is more like a small doses kind of thing for me. By the time I'm through like one or two Korn songs, I'm pretty much done. I'm ready to move on to a different sound, but I do appreciate that they have a unique approach to what they do. Yeah, Blue Oyster Cult is great. I love Blue Oyster Cult. Um, After 1997 or so, even great music fails to have much cultural impact anymore. I don't know that great music ever necessarily had tremendous cultural impact. I mean, some of it did, but I don't think that music. I don't think that greatness is what causes has ever been what caused music to transcend and become a huge hit. I mean, there's been some stuff that's been extraordinarily popular, and there's been some stuff that's been great, and there's been some stuff that's been both, but there's also been stuff that's been very popular and not great. There's been stuff that's been great and not popular. So I don't think that is a prerequisite. I love me some black metal, but I can understand the apprehension. It's not really apprehension. I just feel like I can't understand what they're saying. So it bores me. You know, even if you're writing good lyrics, how am I supposed to know? Ever heard of Stryper? They're trying to convert me back to Christianity. Yeah, I've heard of Stryper. Everybody here needs to listen to King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. Yeah, I like their song Rattlesnake, and they have another one I like. I think it's called Nuclear Fusion. It's like nuclear fusion. Pretty good. Cannibal Corpse does have cool album art. I'll give you that. That I will give you. But for me, lyrics are pretty important to me. So if I can't understand what your singer is saying, that's a problem. If your lyrics are dumb, that's a problem. If you have no no lyrics, that can be a problem. Although sometimes I can get into just pure music, but it has to be very expressive and I think cinematic. Yeah, I'm not a huge Pearl Jam fan. I really am not. I don't like that Eddie Vedder style of singing. I similarly don't like their, Creed, who basically cloned their sound. Yeah, like even with like Manson or something. You know, there's a line in a Marilyn Manson song. The song itself, it's called A Place in the Dirt. I've talked about this before, I think. But it has one of the worst lyrics that I just hate so fucking much. And when that song comes on, a lot of times I will literally like cover my ears and just go la 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 when that line happens so that I can just like skip past it. I don't even want to say it here, but it's just a terrible line. Limp Bizkit is the GOAT. I don't think Limp Bizkit is nearly as bad as people say. I think they just got overly popular. They had a certain ubiquity for a time, and it made people hate them. And Fred Durst, of course, he's got some unlikable characteristics, but the extent to which Limp Bizkit is awful was definitely exaggerated. There's a lot of fucking bands that are way worse than Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit has some good songs. There was a band in the mid-2000s named Canonus. They were a grindcore band whose lead singer was a pit bull growling over the music. That's when I knew genres were out of control. Okay. Some of Limp Bizkit's songs didn't age well. I don't know. Maybe. It'd always be hilarious to me that Fred Durst made a movie where a dad is showing his son Limp Bizkit and goes, "Yeah, that's the good shit right there." Hey, no, like, come on. At least pick a different band from that era, for fuck's sake. I mean, Fred Durst is a douche. There's no doubt about it, okay? Yeah, Shotgun, come on. I know, all right? Dude, I know. It's horrible. It's a horrible line. I don't know how that wasn't workshop. I mean, like, okay, it's not like that's the. I'm self-aware enough to know that's not like the only cringe lyric in all of Manson's lexicon. But the other cringe, I can at least be like, you know what? Whatever. We're doing this goth thing. We're being edgy. Okay, let's loosen up a little bit. But I will never loosen up enough to accept there's a windshield in my heart. We are bugs so smeared and scarred. That is the dumbest fucking line. I hate that line so fucking much. I can't believe it's in the fucking song. Oof. What does that even mean? Nothing. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing, all right? It means fucking nothing. It's just some edgy shit that's supposed to be... That's so stupid, I love it. I wish that I could get on that level with it, okay? I hear you, man. That always made me cringe. It is a terrible line. It is a terrible fucking line. And I mean, like, you know, he's got some other lines that are bad here and there. I think Heart-Shaped Glasses is Manson's worst song. Is that an unpopular opinion? I always thought it was really bad. It is a very unpleasant to listen to piece of music. I don't understand why it was released as the single from that album. I mean, that is the worst album he's done, in my opinion. And that is the worst song maybe on that album. And that was the single. And it's like, what are you doing? It means Manson did too much coke the day he was writing that song. I know for a fact that Manson's writing process is like long and involved. So the idea that Manson just threw some lyrics together and was like, yep, no. If he wrote that way, it would be one thing. But I know for a fact that he's very careful about his word choices. So the fact that he sat there and like looked at that multiple times and said, yep, means that he likes it, which I don't get because it's a terrible fucking line, but whatever. Another bad man. Oh, sorry. Looks like the message was retracted, so I don't know. The Brain Center at Whipple's by Melvins is a great song. I don't think I've actually heard that song. With that said, I think If I Was Your Vampire is one of Manson's most underrated songs. Actually, yeah. That would have been a much better single, by the way. It's like a stranger had a key, came inside my mind, and move all the things around. LMAO. I like that one. See, I like that lyric. I don't even see how that would. I mean, like, if I was gonna make a list of like cringy Manson lyrics, that wouldn't even be a contender. In fact, I think it's a pretty fucking cool lyric. I don't know. I guess we disagree. Great Big White World is my favorite Manson song. Yeah, that's a good one. Wasn't Putting Holes in Happiness a single? It was. It was the second single off that album. Also, I mean, like, on an album that had If I Was Your Vampire on it, like, how was that not... That should have been the first single. And when it wasn't the first single, it should have been remedied and been the second single. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I mean, it's not got like some sort of like classic song hook to it, but it definitely sounds a hell of a lot cooler than Heart-Shaped Glasses. Putting Holes in Happiness is okay, but it's like a mediocre, middle-of-the-road Manson song to me. Yeah, I mean, look, the guitar work on that album is pretty good, okay? Tim Skolds does a good job on guitars on Eat Me, Drink Me. But other than that, it's a shitty album. Have you ever considered writing children's books? I think your goofy/expressive personality would work in your favor. Also, it's way less words. No thanks. Kiss, kiss. No, no, no. No kisses. Get out. Didn't Manson say he recorded Eat Me, Drink Me while he was laying down? I don't know. Man That You Fear is my favorite Manson song. Pretty good. I think I've karaoke'd it here before. Can you see Streamlabs from there? I think... no. No, actually, they're turned off. I could turn them on, though. Yeah. It should alert me if you did it now, but... I simply never understood the hate for heart-shaped glasses. I always loved it, and the video. Also, Ice Cream Truck in Your Inferno. Cringe. I like Ice Cream Truck in Your Inferno. I could see how maybe that one would be cringy, but I don't know. The idea of an ice cream truck engulfed in flames is kind of cool. So I'll give that one a pass. I don't really see it being all that cringy. Yeah, heart-shaped glasses. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't sound good to me. Like, very few of Manson's songs don't have... I feel like most songs he puts out have, like, a certain degree of... Just like, this sounds good. And that one, to me, I listen to it, I'm like, I don't even like the music of this. I don't like the vibe. I don't like any of this. It makes me laugh that his awesome Tainted Love cover was made for that shitty early 2000s parody film, Not Another Teen Movie. Well, you know. It is what it is, right? Boy, I'd like one more. Yeah, Tom Waits. You'd like another Tom Waits album. Me too. I don't know. I don't think he's going to make one. It seems like Tom Waits is pretty much retired. Do you think Portrait is underrated? I think it's rated about where it should be. I kind of want to mix the styles of Manson and Elvis together like industrial rockabilly or something. I know it sounds bad on paper, but anything can work. I think Manson kind of beats you to it. I mean, there's a lot of Elvis inspiration in Manson, especially later era Manson. If you listen to how he does some of his vocals, like, did Manson get Westworld canceled? I don't think Manson has the ability to cancel television shows, especially not right now. Danzig already did that. Yeah, that's true. Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Yeah. I fucking hate Elvis. I'm all right with Elvis. I don't really have a problem with Elvis. Do you like KMFDM? That was Tim Skold's best work. I like some KMFDM songs. I couldn't really tell you any that are like... I mean, like Anarchy. That's one I like. There's a song from KMFDM. Danzig for sure. He cites Elvis as a main inspiration. I mean, yeah, you can just hear it you can hear it in his singing. Danzig did an awful Elvis covers album. Oh man. That's great. You know, for some reason that reminds me of A Twisted Christmas. Has anyone here listened to Twisted Sister's Christmas album, A Twisted Christmas? That's my go-to Christmas album. In fact, that's my only Christmas album that I will listen to at all. So, and I'll only listen to it on Christmas Day. It's Christmas time to put on the Twisted Sister album. I listened to that once, and I'm like, all right, that's all the Christmas cheer you're going to get from me. Fuck off. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Favorite post-Hollywood album? Probably Pale Emperor. I listen to Twisted Christmas every Christmas. Just once. Just once. Oh, yeah, the Nirvana Puddle of Mud controversy. Classic. I'm not eligible. I don't think I'm eligible to vote. I moved too close to voting time, and I'm definitely not gonna be registered. I moved before I could even do that, so yeah. I'm fucked on this one. Even if I wanted to vote, which I don't really know if I would or not, I don't have the ability. Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. I voted for the first time. Good for you. You're a god among men. You're a god among men, bitch. I find Weird Al's The Night Santa Went Crazy to be my favorite Christmas song. Yeah, that is a good one. The lyrics that he sings in the live version are better than the lyrics on the album. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, blah. You think Terrifier 2 is the best horror movie of the year? It might be the best movie I've seen this year, honestly. I think there's a good... I mean, I didn't see a whole hell of a lot of movies, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's probably the best movie I've seen in theaters in 2022. I think. Really liked it. Yeah, the last album Manson put out was really pretty good. I'm kind of annoyed by his... I mean, I would say it's close enough that it constitutes an act of fucking plagiarism. I mean, Manson is pretty prone to, like, homages and shit in his music, but there is some lyrics in there that are way too fucking close. You know, for... I mean, it'd be like, I don't know, it's like at a level where it's like, you gotta, like, give some credit here or something. Because there is a Leonard Cohen song... I think it's called Democracy, where he says, there is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. And there's pretty much the exact same lyric. And in fact, no, it's actually, it goes further than that. It's like in the Leonard Cohen song, it's like, ring all the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering or something like that. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. And Manson's version in his song Halfway and One Step Forward is Ring the bells that still can ring. There's a crack in everything. That's how the sunlight gets in. It's virtually the same fucking lyrics. So it's like, that's way too fucking much. You know, at that point, you got to give credit. That's beyond just like an homage or a reference, okay? If I want to get into Leonard Cohen, what album should I start with? I wouldn't start with an album. I mean, I don't really do albums that much, honestly. Like, unless I'm really like super. I cannot think of. I mean, I just listen to like some hits. You know, I'd listen to, you know, both versions. He's got a few different versions of Hallelujah. I'd listen there, but for some reason he wrote it and then he decided to totally change the lyrics. So I guess listen to both those. And then The Future, the song The Future is a good song. The Stranger song I like a lot. Suzanne, good song. Waiting for the Miracle to Come. Closing Time I've also always been partial to. Excited for the Crystal Lake show. A24 is involved. Halt. What? The what now? I've not heard of this. That's just a reference lyric who's basically paying homage. Rappers do it all the time. Okay, well, I don't know. It seems plagiaristic-y, plagiarismo, or I don't know. Evan Rachel Wood is not lying, TJ. I mean, she's literally been caught lying at least about a few things. Maybe she's not lying about everything, but there's definitely aspects of the story that's been put forth that are not true, flatly, demonstrably. TJ, do you wear your beautifully audacious makeup out in public? Not usually. No, I'm pretty shy. After I put this makeup on, Chelsea asked if I wanted to go for a walk, and I told her I did not want to because I was wearing it. So, typically no. Will I be covering the midterms live tomorrow? Was not planning to. But, you know, maybe Scotty will pull some stuff about it. I don't know. Disposable Teens is the best Manson song, Fight Me. It's not bad. I think it's a little bit derivative of Beautiful People. I mean, it has the exact same drum line in it, I think. I got 50,000 of something here. I don't know. I don't know what that currency is, but apparently 50,000 of it is mine. TJ, come to Latin America. Your money will be worth more, and I'll feed you great food and obtain awesome, cheap, legal tobacco. I'm sold. Let's do it. DM me. See if I can get citizenship. Teach me how to speak whatever language they speak in Colombia. Colombia. It's $10. Cool. $10 fucking smackaroos, baby. Do you say there will be a red wave in the midterms? It's looking like probably not. It's looking like there's not going to be much of a wave in either direction. I see both sides hyping up their inevitable victory, so I'm thinking that it's probably just going to be kind of a middle-of-the-road thing. I'd be very surprised if there was a wave one way or the other, but I wouldn't be that surprised. Is Cryptorchid a good Manson song? It's a decent song when taken as part of the album. It's not really the kind of song you would ever go listen to by itself, I feel like. But if you're listening to Antichrist Superstar as an album, it definitely has its place on the full, on the album. On Halloween this year, it was announced that the people behind Hannibal are making a Friday the 13th prequel show about Jason's mother. Yeah, the problem with that is I don't really give a shit about Jason's mom. It's one of the reasons I don't ever go back and watch the first Friday the 13th because I'm like, Jason's not even in that one. So, I listen to it by itself. The part at the end is a vibe. Well, there you go. So I'm alone on this. See, I pretty much don't listen to Cryptorchid on its own. I'll listen to it when I'm listening to the whole album. I don't see anyone on the left hyping up a victory. You're not paying attention then, because there's tons. I mean, like, you talk about like the left, or like the like the Democrats. You're talking about, because there's plenty of Democrats and libs on Twitter and shit hyping up like, wow, guys, our turnout figures, early turnout's looking great and looking like we're gonna fucking pull this off. We're gonna fucking have a dominating performance, blah blah blah. So yeah, there's tons of them doing that. It was trending earlier. The first movie already explained her backstory. Why do we need a series? We don't. We don't need it. I'm predicting a Delaney Jeb 2024 sweep. I think you're right. I think you nailed it. Delaniacs, rise up. I forgot all about Delaney, man. I guess you're kind of supposed to. What is your favorite kind of cheese? I guess I'm a basic bitch, but it's just cheddar. I love cheddar. The creator says it's been ordered for 2 seasons. He already has a 3-season story arc. All right. The art around Portrait of American Family is cool. I agree with that. Provolone. I mean, provolone's great. Like I said, there's pretty much no cheese I'm going to say no to. I think America is finally ready for a Kanye West president. Yeah, I think Kanye wasn't quite crazy enough the first time around. But now I think Kanye might be ready for the big time. I think Kanye might be ready to be president. I think he's insane enough now to be president. Definitely needs to run in the Republican Party, though. I mean, I think he should try to get the Republican nomination this time around, man. I mean, like, wouldn't that be like such a great stick to throw into the spokes, dude? Get Kanye's ass up there, man. Oh my God, it'd be fucking great. It'd be beautiful. Fucking Candace Owens can be his campaign manager. Oh my God, yes. Please do this. Blaze Ty? $2. Thank you. Yeah, he definitely needs to run as a Republican. I think he could do it. I believe in Kanye. TJ, ever thought about taking up tap dancing? I could get you a discount on shoes. Oh, yeah. Yes. That's exactly what the fuck I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm really hungry, so I'm going to go find some food. Have some dinner, maybe. Fuck you. Goodbye.